day everyone. Today our topic is all about intangible assets. So what is intangible assets? An intangible asset is an identifiable non-monetary asset without physical substance. So in other words, intangible assets are valuable things a business owns that you can't touch. So not about So, ang point na to is, unsa na to pag-identify sa asset or sa butang nga related sa business nga dili na to makita. That's the reason why naatay 3 essential criteria. First is identifiable. When we say identifiable, it should be separated from the entity. So it can be sold, transferred, licensed, or rented. So dapat, di ba, if kanang ma-identify na to isa kabutang, dapat separate sila sa uban. Next is control. So control means naka-control sa mong asset. So, kung maka-benefit ka ng asset, then walay or it prevent others from enjoying the same benefit. Lastly is the future economic benefit. So, it simply means revenue from the sale or products or services. So, dili man yung maingon nga asset if wala kay ma-receive na benefit. So, example of identifiable intangible assets are patent, copyright, franchise, trademarks, customer's list, and computer software. So, how do we measure our intangible asset? Initially, we measure it at cost, but subsequently, we measure it at cost model and revaluation model. So when we say cost model, an intangible asset shall be carried at cost, less any accumulated amortization and any accumulated impairment loss. While the revaluation model, it is an intangible asset shall be carried at a revalued amount less any subsequent amortization and any subsequent accumulated impairment loss. So, intangible asset has a classification of 2. First is intangible assets with definite life and intangible assets with indefinite life. So, when we say that intangible asset with definite life, it has limited life and we need to amortize it. So, kabalan mo na kung sa amortization, it is the systematic allocation of the amortizable amount of an intangible asset over the useful life. So, kung may sa indefinite life, dili na siya na ito i-amortize, pero tested for impairment at least annually.
So, to continue the report, we will now be talking about the goodwill. So, what do you think is goodwill? From the word good, what's on your mind? So, goodwill, it arises when earnings exceed normal earnings by reason of good name, capable staff and personnel, high credit standing, reputation for fair dealings, reputation for superior products, favorable location, and list of regular customers. So goodwill, in another word, it is the unique sense of goodwill is that it cannot be sold and bought alone. So goodwill, we can present goodwill in the financial statement as a unique asset. So goodwill is an intangible asset as you know what's intangible asset? Can you explain na nila? So, goodwill is an intangible asset that is not specifically identifiable. So, We can recognize goodwill in two ways. That's the developed goodwill and the purchased goodwill. So the developed goodwill is the internal goodwill, or the internal goodwill is the goodwill which is generated internally because of good name, capable staff, and personnel, superior quality of products, favorable location, and high credit standing. So develop goodwill in easy understanding, ay dali na siya sabton. So internal goodwill may be proved to be difficult and a great deal of subjectivity and misinterpretation. And internally goodwill, diha magkukur ang representation sa goodwill. Then such homegrown goodwill is not recorded. Ang mga homegrown goodwill, dili siya recorded into the financial statement. So the next recognition is the purchased goodwill. Purchased goodwill is the goodwill paid for and arises when a business is purchased. From the word purchase, you can easily think purchase goodwill. So, people wishing to set up a business either will start the business from scratch or buy an existing business using the purchase goodwill. So, purchase goodwill is recognized as an asset because it has been paid for. In other words, from the word purchase, you can easily think dyan na purchase goodwill. Like, you can purchase it, ginabayaran mo siya. Then, we have a two measurement of goodwill. The residual approach and the direct approach. So, the residual approach, it is calculated as the difference between the fair value of the consideration given or the purchase price and the net fair value of identifiable assets and liabilities acquired in simple terms. So, in simple terms, goodwill equals the purchase price. No, it's not goodwill. Part of goodwill. It's the residual approach equals purchase price minus the fair value or identifiable net assets. So, if you can open your book, there's an illustration in page 165. Easy to get na siya illustration. So, dali na siya masabtan, guys. And the next measurement we have is the direct approach. Direct approach, as we previously discussed, it focuses on the future excess earnings of the business. It attempts to directly measure the value of goodwill based on the company's expected future earnings that exceed what is considered normal for its industry. This excess is attributed to factors representing the goodwill. The calculation involves projecting future normal earnings, determining the normal rate of return for industry, and estimating the duration of this excess earnings. A sophisticated application of the direct approach requires the information previously described: the normal rate of return, fair value of assets, estimated future earnings, and the duration of excess earnings. So, direct approach easily means about the future earnings. So, direct approach is an unidentifiable intangible assets. Yes, there's also a illustration sa book about direct approach, pero we won't tackle it deeper na kayo. Pwede pa kasi mag-theories lang. So, yes, and the next we have the negative goodwill. From the word negative, what's on your mind? It's negative, diba? So, like more siya mga other words kasi negative. So negative if the purchase price or consideration transferred for the entity is less than the net fair value of the identifiable asset acquired and liabilities assumed, the difference is negative goodwill. So sa goodwill, unsa ang explanation sa goodwill? Diba, it is the exceed normal earnings. So there is a negative goodwill, it's less than the net fair value. Mga mura siya loss something kay negative siya. So ang negative goodwill is and are less than the net fair value of the identifiable asset. So there's also illustration sa page 769 for mas dali mo masabtan ng negative goodwill. Like mura siya loss bitaw pod sa business ang negative goodwill, pero ang goodwill is dili siya mo ma-record nga dili nimo siya ma-sold baya ma-alone na siya ha. It cannot be both and sold alone, so dili siya ka-stand alone ang goodwill. It ma-base siya as a whole entity. So that's all. Thank you.